It's there with you till 12 o'clock. 51552 to text, or you can WhatsApp 087 187 9200 or email theron@rte.ie. Lots to come on the programme this morning. Orla Condon will be here to talk about the rise of Charlene Murphy and the brilliant move of appearing on Love Island. With the Odyssey and the new Spider-Man among some of the many big blockbusters out this month, we'll be talking to arts and culture journalist Dave Hanratty about which movies are worth going to see. And Oisin Coyne will be talking to us live from New York about all the latest from the World Cup. Loads to come. Plus music from Jazzy. This is Invisible on 2FM. She's unstoppable. She announced yesterday, day before, she has a headline show, 3 Arena, 24th of October. The tickets go on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. if you'd like to see her. Get on the ball. Get organised for those going on sale tomorrow, 10 o'clock. If you're just tuning in, welcome. It's there with you till 12 today. 51552 to text. You can WhatsApp 087 187 9200 or you can email the show theron@rte.ie. Starting the way we always do, the stories that caught our attention this morning. So, on the front of the Irish Times, missing climate targets could cost Ireland €13 billion annually by 2050. So failing to meet the state's climate targets could cost the Exchequer up to 13 billion a year by 2050, the government's budgetary watchdog has warned. So in a fresh report highlighting the dangers of stalling on climate action, the Irish Fiscal Advisory Council said the main costs to the state would come from European Union fines for missing targets and the loss of tax revenue from the shift to electric motoring. Inaction would also result in slower growth from weaker productivity and as a result of capital destruction from extreme weather events, both of which come with a fiscal drag. So taken together, these costs could amount to as much as 4% of national income by 2050. In today's money, that would be 13 billion a year, said IFAC chief economist Niall Conroy. But obviously the numbers will be bigger in 2050 as the economy will be bigger and the cost of everything will be higher. But the 13 billion euro is a good way of expressing it in today's terms. So the warning came as a second spike in temperatures is expected across much of Western Europe early next week, in case you didn't know. The most severe and widespread heatwave ever, which has caused hundreds of deaths. It's only possible due to the climate crisis driven by fossil fuel burning. So the scientists have said that. They confirmed it. It is because of fossil fuels burning. Oh, all of these, anything to do with the climate and climate change, it's just so disheartening when we all try to do our bit, and yet this just seems to be the way. It's just really hard. Every day seems to be new stats and figures about how it's just not enough. Also in Irish news, 12% rise in number of rough sleepers in the capital. So an increase of 12%, sleeping rough in Dublin between the 13th and 19th of April 2026 compared to the same period last year. The count was arranged by the Dublin Region Homeless Executive, the DRHE, and carried out by the Dublin Simon Community Outreach Team. So it recorded 136 people sleeping rough in the Dublin region. Additional outreach workers were deployed by Dublin Simon for the count to ensure comprehensive coverage of city centre areas, according to the charity. So they warned that the capital continues to carry the overwhelming burden of Ireland's homelessness crisis. And the CEO of Dublin Simon, Catherine Kenny, said those counted share three stark realities: sleeping rough, experiencing acute vulnerability, and having nowhere to call home. She said shelter is a fundamental human right and no one should have to bed down on the streets of our capital. She said it reflected government policy that is not keeping pace with demand and a support system that needs great capacity to respond to increasingly complex needs. She said unless we address these issues, the numbers bedding down on the streets will continue to grow regardless of how many emergency responses we put in place. And she went on to say they are calling for a nationally led Dublin housing and homelessness strategy backed by dedicated funding and coordinated delivery. So hopefully that happens. A survey entitled Sharenting. So I'm guessing you can figure out what it is. Parents sharing things online in particular. 3 out of 4 Irish parents share images and videos of their children online, with 1 in 6 claiming to be parent influencers. So while 1 in 3 parents share content about their children daily or several times a week, according to new research from the Data Protection Commission, a total of 17% said that they have shared health information of children online, while 14% of parents in Ireland considered themselves to be parent influencers. Meanwhile, 4% said their motivation in posting about their children is to make money. 4% said that. Now, before we go on, WhatsApp is part of this. So in Ireland, WhatsApp 52%, Instagram 39% and Facebook 39% are the most common ways to share photos and videos of children. So WhatsApp takes up 52% of this. So just bear that in mind, because I think it sounds kind of more dramatic than it needs to be. Because I do think, although WhatsApp, yes, it is a social media platform, I think all of us share a lot to do with our children. Well, I share a lot to do with my baby, with my family, via WhatsApp. Every day there's photos and videos, and my sisters as well. We all chime in into the family group and send photos, videos. That doesn't feel like a weird thing that we're constantly sharing them online. I think that's a very different thing. Anyway, 2 out of 5 parents said they never or rarely seek their children's permission before sharing content about them. So the survey was conducted jointly by the DPC and the French Data Protection Authority among 1,000 parents in Ireland and France to find out how many parents regularly share info, photos, videos about their kids on social media. In general, Irish parents share more content about their children than their French counterparts. 2/3 of Irish parents say they fear their children's images being misused by strangers, with 55% worried that AI deepfakes could be created using their children's images. It doesn't bear thinking about. It's terrifying. It's one of those ones, It's scary. I don't know if you've seen or saw the Irish Data Protection Commission's pause before you post ad on the TV. It is really effective. I don't know, I haven't seen it in a while, but when I did see it, where the child goes up the escalator and people recognise the child and the parents are like, how? And they're like, because you shared photos of them online. Anyway, I'll ask you now. Do you share images, photos of your children on social media and feel that it's harmless, or are you someone who absolutely doesn't do it? Do you share on WhatsApp? Because WhatsApp is part of this daily. And do you think about WhatsApp as a social media platform? 51552 or WhatsApp 087 187 9200. Staying with parenting, this is from Arlene Harris in The Independent this morning. Victoria Beckham is best friends with daughter Harper, but should parents be parents rather than their child's bestie? So she talks about how Victoria Beckham wore this kind of chiffon dress while on holidays with... Victoria wore it last week and then Harper wore it while on holidays with her family in Ibiza a few days afterwards. With a mother who is a world famous designer, it stands to reason that the teenager will raid her wardrobe. But they also spend a lot of time together, with the former Spice Girl often referring to her only daughter as her best friend. So psychologist Dr. Maylie Coyne says that while it is wonderful for parents and kids to have a warm relationship, they should be cautious about being best friends. One of the greatest protective factors for kids is having a parent they feel connected to, can talk openly to, and who they know enjoys their company, she says. But best friends imply a relationship between equals, and kids need someone who guidance, sets boundaries, keeps them safe, and sometimes makes decisions they don't always like. What do you think? Were you best friends with your parents? Are you someone now who has a child and thinks, yeah, my child is my best friend? Or would you have a firm boundary with them? What do you think is best? 51552, WhatsApp 087 We've gone parenting and sharenting heavy there. We love your thoughts on any of those two stories. 51552, WhatsApp 087 Blake Lively, the gift that keeps on giving. No, I shouldn't call it that. It is just, it's the drama that keeps on giving. It seems like this story is never going to go away. Blake Lively seeks a multi-million-dollar legal bill from Justin Baldoni. It just feels like there's just millions figures over and back between these two. Blake is seeking almost $8 million in legal fees after a judge dismissed Justin Baldoni's defamation lawsuit against her. So according to legal documents obtained by TMZ, the It Ends With Us actress is asking the court to order Baldoni and his production company Wayfarer to pay $7,495,526 in legal fees. Did I say that right? The figure's so big, I think I said it wrong. She's also seeking an additional over $500,000 to cover court costs and other expenses incurred while defending the case. Earlier this year, a judge threw out Baldoni's $400 million defamation lawsuit against her and ruled he would be responsible for covering her legal costs. However, the actress was not awarded the additional damages she had also sought. So the latest filing comes after Blake and Justin settled their long-running... I thought when they settled it, that would be the end of it. They settled their long-running legal dispute in May, just before the case was due to go to trial. And the legal battle stemmed, as we all know, from the production and the promotion of the film It Ends With Us. Never ending. It's a never-ending story. Are you sick of it or do you love it? Madonna reveals the sweet story behind Octavia, the stuffed animal octopus she sleeps with every night. This is a very cute story. So... I don't know if you remember this, but Madonna was in hospital in 2023. She was actually in a coma at one point. And anyway, she revealed that Octavia was given to her by one of her sisters. Now, she has three sisters. We don't know which one. She has Paula, who's 66. She has Melanie, who's 64. And Jennifer, who's 58. One of them gave her this purple stuffed octopus. And she said, she called it her doo-doo. So she was given a house tour to Vogue. Vogue do those deadly videos on YouTube. But she said, this is my dodo. Or dodo, or doo-doo. I'm guessing she means dodo. Her name is Octavia. I sleep with her every night. A couple of years ago, I was really sick in hospital. I was in a coma, and this beautiful nurse that was taking care of me, her name was Olivia. So she went on to say that she was a brilliant nurse. She was screaming at me every day, telling me I needed to get up, I needed to get out of ICU, and she really gave me a lot of courage and hope. When I got out of the hospital and came home, my sister gave me this octopus. I looked at her, and all I could think about was my nurse who took care of me. So the name Octavia for the octopus is inspired by Olivia. Like, why didn't she just call the octopus Olivia? It's like, you could have just called it Olivia. Why did it need to be Octavia? I guess the 8 legs, whatever. Yeah, a derivative of 8. Anyway, Octavia is her stuffed animal that she now sleeps with every night. We got chatting about this as a team. I have a teddy that okay, so when I was a baby in the hospital, you know those like pink teddies that have like "It's a Girl" on the feet? So it was one of those like big fluffy pink teddies that my godmother brought into the hospital. That then became my teddy when I was a child, to the point where it became a rag. You know, the way they just disintegrate really. And it was my teddy. Teddy and Dodo were my thing. Anyway, I kept that teddy for years. I never wanted to wash it, as you do, because the smell goes away. My mom used to be trying to pry it out of my hands, putting it in the washing machine. Wouldn't let her. Brought it on my J1. All my friends slag me about it. They still do, actually. They're like, get that rag away from us. It looks so disgusting. Anyway, I did wash it. maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I just call him Ted, by the way. And then while I was pregnant, for some reason, I really craved holding Ted. So I now have it in my baby's nursery, and I'm hoping that she admires it someday. She's probably going to be like that. Ah, what is that, Mom? You weirdo. Get rid of that rag in the corner. Anyway, do you sleep with a stuffed toy still? Is there something you still have? 51552, WhatsApp 087 187 9200. We got a text from Kathy. I share pictures of my baby on WhatsApp with close friends and family. I don't put any photos of her facing the camera on Instagram or Facebook. I wouldn't class WhatsApp as social media. Yeah, I think that's probably across the board. That's how people probably feel. 51552, WhatsApp 087 187 9200. We'd love to know how you feel. Here's Miles Smith. This is Nice to Meet You.
Star slipping out of place, sliding from the sky, tumbling through space. When you touch my hand, I swear I feel like I'm falling. Seems like I'm falling, like a wheel whirling round and round, rolling down a hill, spinning on the ground. Your kisses make me dizzy in the head, and I'm falling, falling. Oh, girl, I think that I have fell for you. Oh, girl, a bird soaring through the air, flying fancy free without a care, until you clip my wings. Now look at me. Oh, I'm falling, yeah, falling. Oh, here I go, down and down I go. I can't help myself. Girl, you thrill me so. Yeah, you blew my mind. And I know that I'm falling. Yes, I'm falling. Oh, girl, I think that I have failed for you. Oh, girl, that I have failed for you. Oh, down, down, down I go. Down, down, down I go. Down, down, down I go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, girl, I think that I have failed for you. Seems like I'm falling.
Here on 2FM Mornings on the topic of sharenting. A text from Camilla. Hi there, and I share pictures with my family often of my kids on WhatsApp and sometimes on social media too, for long distance family that live in Brazil, so they can see them too, and they would also share pictures of their kids, and we all have private accounts. It's a very hard and fine line to know what's allowed and what's not allowed anymore. On the topic of sleeping with stuffed animals, yes, I sleep with my teddy Gregory every night. I'm 32 years old, no regrets. I actually sleep better when I have him with me. I still sleep with a stuffed animal as a 17-year-old boy. Is this considered immature? Absolutely not. It's a stuffed dinosaur, he says. Darren, I'm 36 and I have a small teddy the size of my hand that my mum brought me home from a trip approximately 20 years ago. I absolutely loved it and still do, as it's something I've managed to hang on to through many house moves. It stays under my pillow in my bed all the time. Adorable. 51552 WhatsApp 087 187 9200. Keep the text coming in.
2FM Mornings with Doireann Garrahy.
Sponsored by Maxol. Cool down with the new Rosa iced coffee. Refreshingly chilled. In store now.
Man, the magic continues. We'll go live to the Palladium Disco in New York, where he's going to receive a special Super Bowl award. Join us tonight at 10.
Looks like we're making up for lost time. Need you to spell it out for me. Bossa Nova on all night. It's like a type of alchemy. Introduce me to your best friend. I can come slide right in. A satellite ain't even that far. I kinda wonder where you are. Already know I can leave it alone. You're on my mind. Already gave you the time and the place, so don't be shy. Just come be the man I need. Tell me you got something to give. I want it. I kinda like it when you call me wonderful. Whatever the type of talk it is, come on then. I gotta know you're meant to be the man I need. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Be the man that I need, baby. Talk to me, be the man that I need, need. Talk to me, be the man that I need, baby. Talk to me, be the man. I'd like to think you feel the same way, but I can't tell with you sometimes. So baby, let's get on the same page. Stop making me read between the lines. Already know I can leave it alone. You're on my mind. Already gave you the time and the place, so don't be shy. Just come be the man I need. Tell me you got something to give. I want it. I kinda like it when you call me wonderful. Whatever the type of talk it is, come on then. I gotta know you're meant to be the man I need. Talk to me, 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 talk to me. Be the man that I need, baby. Talk to me, be the man that I need, need. Talk to me, be the man that I need, baby. Talk to me, be the man, man.
Olivia Dean, Man I Need, here on 2FM Mornings. It's now 10:28 a.m. Now, on Sunday night, like a phoenix from the flames, Love Island re-entered the chat for a whole host of us who were giving this season a miss. Why? Well, the one and only Charlene Murphy jetted into Casa Amor, and just like that, the show was back in many of our lives. With me now to chat about just that is Orla Condon of the Gaggle podcast. Orla, you have arisen.
I'm like Michael Bublé coming out at Christmas. I thought I'd finally gotten away from this. I've given this show 8 years of my life.
That's an amazing reference.
Oh my God. This year I was like, do you know what, Orla? No, we're setting boundaries. We're making healthy habits in 2026. We are not getting stuck into Love Island.
Okay, give us the backstory as to, you know, where it all started with you, for you with Love Island, and where it ended up this year and where you are now.
Yeah, so many moon ago, I lost my job.
Right.
It's all good stories start. And I was like, do you know what the world needs? The world needs an Irish Love Island podcast, and it's going to be me because I have time. So I started a Love Island podcast, My Pot on Paper. It was this tiny little thing, and then there was so many Irish fans and so many like well-known faces in Ireland that were talking about the show on their socials or whatever, that we just kind of grew and grew, and we had loads of different faces in. Darren, you were with us for an episode, and we debriefed the show every single night. I did it for far too many years. I consumed far too much television. And I stuck with it even in the last few years when everyone is like, oh, it's gone to the dogs, it's not the same, blah, blah, blah. And I always found some merit in it. I always found some joy in sticking with it. And this year, I don't know what it was this year, there was nothing about the show or the cast around that I just was like, clean break.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it this year.
Change is good.
And I was holding so strong. And the further and further we got in, I was like, Charlene's not going in, which means neither am I. And then she went in.
Then she went in.
And I was like, I can't. I was at Pride on Saturday. I was just telling the team outside. I was at Pride on Saturday, and the amount of people that were saying, are you watching on Sunday? Charlene's going in. I was like, this is the day of Pride, and we're focused on Charlene Island. So I was like,
Charlene
of course I got to check in.
I'm playing tension music just to kind of build it. Go Tubin. Sunday comes around.
Yeah.
In she goes.
Yeah.
Casa Moore.
Yeah.
Talk to me. How did you feel?
I thought it was a curious decision. When you look at the timing of Bombshells, and for anyone who doesn't know what Casa Amor is, Love Island is an 8-week series, and 4 weeks in, our OG Islanders who have been there the whole time, partnering up, messing around, doing all that stuff, are split into 2 different villas where 12 new Islanders come in, 6 new girls meet the old boys, and 6 new boys meet the old girls, and they are meant to cause drama. And at the end of the week, there is a mass dumping. So at the end of this week, we're going to see at least 4 of these Casa Bombshells being booted home on the first EasyJet they can catch.
Yes.
So for Charlene being such a name, and like the rumours with her started back in April for this season, but she's been linked to this show a couple of times over the years.
Yes.
So as the weeks were rolling on and we got closer to Casa Amor, I was thinking there's no way she's going in because she's going to get lost in this kind of group of 12. There's so many new faces to learn, so many new kind of, you know, dynamics to explore. She might get lost in the fray. And then I watched Sunday night and I was like, no, she's not, because ITV have recognised that fans and non-fans are excited about this girl going in there, and they fed us what we needed, and we've seen that drip feed throughout the week.
Totally.
So I think it's pretty much, I mean, like, not to jinx something, but pretty much guaranteed she's going back on Friday night, and I've only seen 3 episodes.
It seems fairly guaranteed, right?
Yeah.
But I guess none of this is a mistake. Or, you know, I don't think... Okay, so for anyone that doesn't know, Charlene Murphy, she's an influencer. She's big on TikTok. She's big on Instagram.
Yeah.
She had a podcast herself with Ellie Kelly. She's really well known and well liked in Ireland. And I think that's why people were really excited over the past few weeks. Why do you think it's the right move for her, or for her to actually make the decision to do this is a good thing?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of comparisons between her and Molly May, right?
Yes.
Because Molly May was somewhat of an established influencer, content creator at the time that she went in. But let's call it influencer inflation, because there's all these new platforms, there's all these new mediums, and Charlene has had those years to kind of build up this kind of plethora of kind of work with the podcast, with her various channels. Charlene is arguably one of the biggest influencers to ever go into Love Island, ever. Just based on her audience. She is an established brand all on her own. She did a brand piece there last year with Maya Jama.
Yes.
Like, Charlene is an established influencer, and I think what that poses is a really interesting look at, and we would always do this in the podcast when you're getting near the end. It's all the talk of the brand deals and where could this go and who's going to get them and blah blah blah. And there's, over the years, those numbers of deals have dwindled down. There used to be the pick of the bunch, every fast fashion brand, loads of beauty brands, they were all in there, whereas now it's kind of selective. There's only 1 or 2 there. Charlene is a safe pair of hands. She has proven track record as an influencer. She has an established fan base over years and years and years, and now she's only going to be exposed to more. There's a lot of people saying, oh, she'll be exposed to the UK audience. Charlene is familiar to the UK audience already. She's done a lot of work over there. She has a lot of mates in that industry over there. Charlene is somewhat familiar to them. It's beyond the UK and Ireland, I think.
Do you think?
I think so, because since Love Island US has blown up, and that's become somewhat of a decent show, because the first few seasons were, let's call it spade, they were crap. So like, no one really cared. Then US got really good, and US fans started seeking out more Love Island, and now a lot of US fans are watching Love Island UK.
Yeah.
So for Charlene, it's the exposure beyond the audiences she's naturally been able to reach herself. So while I was worried about the Casa and her being lost in the fray kind of thing, I just think she's naturally a standout. She's also landed in a kind of a situationship now with Cavan. That seems to be going well. To be honest, once she gets back into that main villa, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens, or there will be a result out of this at the end of it. And I'm delighted for her.
What would you say her goal actually is?
I mean, like... people laugh when they say, oh, people go in there for love. And fair enough. There's a lot of people who don't. So, like, I'm with you on that. But a lot of Charlene's people have been coming out, a lot of her mates, family and all that, saying, like, and my reading of it is that she's going in there optimistic that love could be
Yeah, of
something she
course.
finds.
Yeah.